I'm Darren Karp, and in order to bring some excitement to my quarantine, today I've got music superstar Hunter Hayes on the line. How are you, Hunter?
I'm great. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Better that I get to talk to you. How are you holding up in quarantine? I saw a picture of your dog there, but what's been going on with you?
We're just taking it one day at a time, like everybody else, right? Just figuring it out. And I'm kind of taking the time to really dive into an album that I was already working on and trying. I was originally going to have to finish in between show days. Now I get to just dive in and really focus on the album, which is really nice. So
Yeah, it's the time maybe all of us didn't know we needed. Last week you were unveiled as the sexy astronaut on The Masked Singer. You did such an incredible job. It must have been such a fun experience. What made you decide to go on the show in the first place?
I just love I love the premise of the show. I love how I don't know if this was intentional or not, but even though it's a competition, I feel like whereas most competitions are about comparison, this is about individuality and identity, which is ironic because you put a mask on. But I do feel like it is about you at the core, as a performer or as someone who's never performed before, right? I felt like everyone on the show did a really good job of making me feel like it was my story. It all came from from me and my own internal voice. And they celebrate individuality. It really highlights that particular aspect. And I as a fan of the show, I love that is the focus. I love it's always positive, and I love the people on the show. When I finally got there, the whole team is just so great to work with, even though I can't talk to them. They're great to work with.
Yeah, right. No one, you're quarantined in the quarantine. I'm curious, why did you choose the astronaut costume? That was your choice, right? And was it difficult to perform in? It looks very clunky.
It came with some challenges, but all things considered, I mean, when you look at some of the other costumes, I really think I had it the easiest. They did a great job. My vision was, I could see, my field of vision was great. My motion was actually not as limited as I thought it was. At first I felt like it was stiff. And then when I started pushing the suit, to move a little bit more, it worked. It worked with me instead of against me. So I chose the astronaut suit. And I gotta be honest, I signed up early. So I got to choose between a few different ones, and I was between two, and I won't say the other one. But what ended up happening, well, okay, I'll say it. I really liked the robot suit.
Oh, yes.
And as you can see behind me,
themes.
Well, it's like there's some symbolism there. But what I realized, and after talking with people who know me, better than I probably know myself, I always talk about music as flying. I talk about flying a lot. I want to get my pilot's license. My last record was called Wild Blue, modeled after flying and weightlessness. This next chapter, this Red Sky chapter, is more about change and newness and unknown and the sort of adventure of finding something new and the unknown. And I felt like the astronaut perfectly summed up those themes and sort of explained me to the world,
I love that story. I love that background. Congratulations on making it to the final six. It is a difficult feat. You must be used to performing for large groups of people, but how different and how difficult maybe was it performing when nobody knew who you were?
It was fun. It was invigorating. I mean, it's it comes with its own challenges, right? But I think what I realized, what the most valuable takeaway from me was how a voice can actually connect with the world, even though you can't see the person, you can't see the face, I felt like I was able to convey emotion, and I didn't know that was happening until sort of, a couple shows in, but I love the fact that it was kind of, it was a way for me to stretch a little bit. I sing things that people don't know I love and do, and try new things as well. I've never danced before, so the choreography was totally new for me. And I don't know, just learning how to connect with an audience without being able to see them really was a great challenge. And it taught me a lot about music and how I love to perform.
Yeah, it seems so freeing to be able to sort of be anonymous. You previously told people that you're not a good liar. So How hard was it to keep this a secret from your friends and family?
Uh, a combination of impossible and really easy, because we were in LA for the album. We were making the album, so I had an alibi, and most of the stuff that we did for the show would happen in the morning. So I was back home before I would have normally woken up. So for most people, I didn't have to make up any excuses. Once the show started airing, I now have a long list of people that I haven't texted back because I don't want to lie to them, and now I have to tell them the truth. But yeah, it's been so once the show aired, everything changed. All my friends started acting differently, and we're kind of having to reconnect now.